Hey guys, this is the market recap for Tuesday, May 5th. We know that early morning we had some consolidation, which was really not tradable. The first time that we had any kind of breakout was really right here. It was just a little pop to the downside that broke out of this trend and pulled back into the LRC in the midband. You didn't really have squeezing Bollinger Bands, and it was just a real quick pop, so it could have been a little difficult to catch and just kind of floated down up until about 11 o'clock. Then we went into, well, here I'll actually point this area out. We had a kind of a 50-50 B trade right here where we were on the wrong side of the LRC, kind of moving up into the midband. So this was the last area for a short. You can see when we popped up, it really just kept going. And then this was kind of the lunchtime from about 11:30 to 1:30. Just kind of went flat. We had support down here, and then we also had resistance. So there wasn't much to really talk about during lunch. We came down, got a little choppy here. Momentum shifted to the downside. We still had this area of support, but we did have a pullback to the LRC in the midband here. So this was a valid short, and you can see it quickly didn't work. Kind of hovered right on that LRC, and BBs failed to really break lower. So with that, you could have gotten out for a small gift. At this area, you popped up above everything, you pulled back, you had support on the Bollinger Bands. This was also a retracement in our sweet spot to the 61% LRC midband support. So nice long setup right here. If you pull up your extension, you can see that when we made it to the 61 extension, we had potential for divergence. So you could have closed part of the position here, and you can see when it retraced, it here, I'll pull up the 233 so you can see this. All right, you can see that this was actually a nice number 3 entry point with the reversal pattern here with divergence. All right, so if you didn't catch this first entry, which was a little aggressive on the 233, the second chance right here was also a nice entry. All right, so again, whenever we kind of pop up into this area of resistance, you have potential for divergence on the 610. So you could have closed or adjust your boundary behind your last areas, which were right in here, and you can see those areas were respected. And if you held, you were rewarded. Once you get up to your 100% extension and outer bands on both time frames, you can go ahead and close. We had a retracement here for a number 1 entry. We had squeezing Bollinger Bands. We weren't quite to the LRC, but we had price, and we had a number 1 entry. So you could have looked at this as a high probability trade, and it failed at divergence. All right, so we had that top Bollinger Band. You didn't quite get up to your target. So once this thing breaks down, shows you that's going to fail. So that could have been a small winner for you. And then we pull back down here, and I marked this area up just because you did have the area on the 610. You have the trend line, mid-band, zero line. The momentum was strong into it, and you didn't really get a nice setup on your 233, but I just wanted to point out that area, and then you could have closed up here at the end of the day. So overall, a little slow in the morning, and we had a couple nice setups in the afternoon. Enjoy the video.